also in Memphis and all that.
Yes. Thank you so much for having us, and hello everyone. It was such a fun project. I was able to meet amazing people like April and so many others, but it was just like a community family reunion type film. We were all just family on it. We were like, hey, we're in this together. We want to make sure to make a high quality project. And it was the first time such a diverse crew in Memphis had gotten together in probably over a decade to create a film of an industry standard. So we just had a lot of fun. We made sure to help to support each other, pull each other up, hold each other accountable, show love and nurturing and great positive vibes the entire time. So it was a lot of fun to make that project and a lot of fun to meet some new people, to strengthen some established relationships, and continue to build in our creative community in Memphis.
April, Madison is a woman with many layers and many responsibilities and also a complicated background. How did you approach her? Considering that I'm sure you're different from the character, of
Yeah,
course.
I am very different from the character.
Yeah, yeah.
But I always try to pull things even from my personal life, even if it's not extreme. I'll take my most extreme and relate it to the character in some kind of way. It was a stretch, like I said, for Madison, but there's always something that you can relate to when it comes to a character. And I think in ways she was relatable, but her choices were her own. You know what I mean? So I was able to just pull from some experiences in my life, and I also imagined how I would react to some of my circumstances if I had just taken a different path, because sometimes life is just about choices, and sometimes we have thoughts that some others have that we would never think that we would actually do, but the thought can cross your head if you're pushed to a certain limit. Yeah. I'm not telling. Look. I like, once again. Let me reiterate. I'm nothing like Madison.
No, I know.
But like I said, it's like, but there's still a relatable thing that you can actually pull from a character always. So
of course, you always we're all human, so we understand each other. But I wanted to ask you, how much do you think Madison's background determines who she is at the time as an adult?
Well, I mean, the way she was raised, I mean, she got strength from her biological father, and to not ever let anybody push you to a certain level, and if they do, they know what's going to happen. You know what I mean? So it's like she got that from her upbringing, and also pain. Once her, when some other things transpired, there was pain in her life that actually pushed her to making maybe certain decisions. So her background actually was a very pivotal element in her future.
So Princeton, I wanted to ask you, there were many flashbacks that worked really well to establish what April went through. She went through a lot of love from her biological family, and then other situations that are more difficult without giving anything away. But how important were those flashbacks to narrate the present? I love them because sometimes I was confused, but then, oh my God, this is what happened to her. It was enriching, I think.
Yeah, we were very intentional about the flashbacks. I have to give credit to Reaves, who's the writer of the film. Well, he did the story for the film, and also Allison. She was the writer of the film. We did do some edits on it, but it was such a unique way of how we used the flashbacks to help support the story. And we also did it, as you can tell, in like a non-linear way to make sure that the story wasn't given all like up front, and we were able to navigate creatively. But we were very and credit to Jordan Danelz and Jason Thibodeau, we really approached the filming of the flashbacks to be specifically different from the filming of the current scenes to make sure people could feel the difference in the piece. And we were very, in editing, shout out to Mitch Martin, we were very intentional about like where we place those flashbacks in the story to help give more of a creative approach and to help like develop the story and help it unfold in a way that was an experience. So people weren't just watching it, but they were also experiencing that story, and they could see themselves in all of the characters and see like why they came to be this way. So yeah, we were very intentional about like how we placed them and how we navigated the story with it.
So, April, did you have scenes that you will think that were the most difficult, or that you needed more time, or it's a whole process that you just jump into and you don't feel difficulties, or how
It
does it
kind of
go?
both. I would say both. There were moments that were more difficult because, you know, there were emotional places she had to go to. And, you know, Princeton and I have talked about this. This is a film, independent film. Independent films tend to take shorter take a shorter time frame in shooting. You know, when you got 2.5 weeks, you got to get there. You got to get there. You don't have a lot of time. You're like, okay, take a day and get there. It's like, no, no, no. It's kind of like, next scene, we want you to do this. And it's like, okay, so, but and it was actually exciting though, with that. It was like a good pressure, you know what I'm saying? But definitely there were times when there were certain emotions that had to be pulled out that took a little bit longer, but I had so much help with Princeton and Jamal that I was able to
Wow.
get there quicker than I ever would have been able to on my own.
So, Princeton, the house, it's a very important part, not only of the story, but also of April's history, because it represents her origins, her history, her life, her parents. Could you talk about the symbolism of the house within the story? Madison is trying to save it, n'importe quoi, doing whatever it has, no?
Yeah, we knew in the script, even when we were doing some rewrites, we knew we had to raise the stakes of of Madison's life.
Madison, so
Which, yeah, no, you're fine. Which April played in an amazing way. She was amazing in it. We knew we had to raise the stakes of Madison's life, and we knew in doing that we needed to make the house more of a character in that piece, and to make sure that that was something very important to her family, very important to her legacy, and very important to the stability of her and her sister. So that's what we wanted to do. And we navigated that in a way of like one placing very important scenes in the house, making sure there were very eventful scenes in the house without giving anything away. And then just making sure that we were allowed the house to be a thread through this story to help motivate not only Madison but other characters as well. And then even the villains in the story would try to use that house against Madison and try to manipulate by using that house. It was just so many ways that the house showed up as a character in the story. And yeah, I'm super grateful that you were able to catch that and you actually asked about it and were intrigued by it. So thank you for that question.
April, I love the relationship between Madison and the young sister. It was so inspiring. I mean, and so I thought you did a great job. It was totally believable. How was your relationship with the actress who plays your young sister in the story?
Well, she's such a natural talent, and she has such an innocent, sweet spirit by nature. And I love kids. I absolutely love kids, and it was easy to just bond right away. You know what I'm saying? I immediately went into protection mode and what I would do if I had a little sister, and it was just easy, and it was like an instant connection.
I want to say that I was very surprised about the ending without giving anything away. It was surprising because, oh my God, no. But that kept me going, and then,
Yes,
but
yes,
but
That
that's
was my
funny.
dad's reaction. He's in his wheelchair, and he's like, he sat up. I was like, "You got to start walking." Like,
but April, were
That's
you
hilarious. That's
April?
hilarious.
Did you reacted like that when you read the script? Or oh my
Yeah, I was like,
God.
"Whoa, this is a ride. This is a ride." I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm there for it, all the way there for it.
Oh
It
yeah.
was great. So congratulations, both of you, and thanks a lot. This is for a YouTube channel. It's really cool, ScreenSlam. Mitch knows it, and very happy to talking to you. Great film.
Yes,
Oh,
having
Congrats.
us.
thank you so much for having us.
Take care.
Thanks,
You
Bye.
too.
Bye, Mitch.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Princeton.
Bye. Bye.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop recording.
Okay.
Yeah. Michael, I don't see the stop recording thing. I don't know what's going on.
You start recording?
No, I did. But can you?
Well, where's the recording button?
Here, now it just show up here.
Well, where's the recording?